parts are safe for sure. Am I trying too hard?
Booga 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 booga.
These parts are safe for sure. Am I trying too hard?
Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy.
Am I trying too hard? These parts are safe for sure. Am I trying too hard?
Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then poof! It's now flying away.
Am I trying too hard? These parts are safe for sure. Am I trying too hard?
First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep,
Trying too
that's it.
hard. These parts are safe for sure. Am I trying too hard?
Oh, my spleen!
Take a deep breath,
These
as if you're about
parts
to
are
blow up
safe
a
for
huge
sure.
balloon. Exhale all your
That's
sleepiness
Dunban
into
over
it,
there.
and then poof! It's now flying away.
Am I trying
First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep, that's it.
Oh, my spleen!
Am I trying too hard? These parts are safe for sure.
Oh,
That's
my
scorching hot!
spleen!
Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy.
Am I trying too hard? Parts are safe for sure.
We're back with more Genshin Impact again. This summer event has been kind of big. I mean, then again, Genshin Impact have always had very involved summer events right before they introduce a new to the world. So, yeah. But yeah, like this whole thing has been in preparation for the sixth kingdom right now, because we've had Mondstadt, which was Animo, Liyue, which is Geo, Inazuma, which is Electro, Sumeru, which is Dendro, Fontaine, which Hydro, and Natlin will be Pyro. And then we'll have, and all that's left will be Snezhnaya. That'll be all the different kingdoms. But yeah, like it just feels like wasn't that long ago when I was just waiting for Sumeru to be released while waiting in Inazuma, but then happened a lot faster. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, like, didn't Kale say Sumeru City has been pretty lively lately? Aren't you a little curious? Not really. What? Hey, don't be so cold. Why wasn't your passion? Your passion. You can just think of it as accompanying Paimon to the party, okay? Okay, Paimon, I'll be. Then let's go see what's going on. For first step, maybe let's start with the academia. That's where all the info is, after all. Rightio. Right, academia time. Oh, Farzan! Not voiced, unfortunately. Look, that's Farzan over there. You think we should ask? Just glancing at the performing record, just flashbacks of how awful that book was. Farzan, what are you talking to yourself over there? Like, I am Madame Farzan, after all. It's not out of place for me to mull things over out loud, wouldn't you say? But in this case, never mind, forget about it. Why did you suddenly decide to drop by? Oh, about that. We heard something about a party and didn't want to miss out.
Sort of the Severe is the place to be now. Apparently tons of interesting things are happening, so we thought we asked her. Any idea what she was talking about?
Things. My colleague would find interesting. Mary's tail getting so fluffed up like a ball of tumbleweed, or Sino coming and getting his hood caught on a branch.
Oh, we really missed all that?
Seriously? And nobody thought to tell me?
Still, she said if there was something big everyone's been talking about. Can you think of anything slightly more significant?
More significant. Now that you mention it, it must be what I think it is. Recently, rumors have been going around about a certain book.
That's a classic opening. Horror opening. It's not some sort of forbidden tome or something, anything like it, is it?
Forbidden tome. As far as I'm concerned, it might as well be. Tell me, have you ever read one of those really, really, really badly written detective novels? Maybe. Uh. uh,
I might have. Probably have.
Tell me, how exactly? Like, tell me exactly how bad it was.
Use the timeline. For example, the type where you start off thinking it's a locked room murder mystery, but it actually turns out the whole building was just moved.
That's right. Or it's supposed to be based on pure reasoning and logical deduction, but at the end, it turns out the culprit has some kind of superpower.
Exactly. Or they're super serious, but in the second half, it just reveals that everyone lost their minds out of the blue.
Or if it's set in the middle of a mountain village in the middle of a snowstorm, and the police officer who's been portrayed as a serious figure throughout the whole story suddenly turns out to be the murderer, even without the slightest hint of foreshadowing. Way too specific, or you'll offend half the prime novelists. It's too bad if you keep going. My apologies. I let myself get a bit carried away there for a moment. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I did borrow a book like that a few days past.
So you borrowed a badly written book? But that happens to the best of us.
No, that's the problem. Blizzard who left mountain villages, superpowers, police officers who turned out to be criminals. This book had it all and more. Reading it was tantamount to torture. And despite how complicated it wasn't engaging in the slightest. But there have been all sorts of rumors circulating about this book because of the strange marks drawn all over the pages. People are saying that it must be concealing secrets.
You think there's a treasure?
I'm not sure, but there must be many who believe so. Not only have more and more people been borrowing it, but they've all been specifically asking for the marked up copy. You borrow it?
Have you borrowed it too?
Yes, I have. As you well know, I am a scholar, so it's only natural to have curiosity.
So, just what secrets does the book at the center of the rumors actually hold?
Read through carefully from start to finish, most of the marks are circles, but the beginning and end points of each stroke differ, as does the color of the ink used. Most importantly, all the names of people in the book have been circled. Not only that, many of them are adapted from famous figures in Sumeru's history. Some speculate these marks must have been left by different scholars over the eras, each researching the book's secrets, each searching for a name they believed in. Others believe that they are a kind of notation made by different people belonging to the same organization, that the names circled are their code names. Still, others think that it's some kind of encryption type, but even after finishing it, I came no closer to uncovering the mystery. Not only was merely a complete waste of my time, but the sheer absurdity of the shoddy excuse for a plot several times over. I was so angry that I returned the book immediately, and when I came to the house of Dana today, I found lots of people skulking around. I suppose they're all still looking for that thing.
No wonder you zoned out like that. I was guessing you won't be borrowing any more detective novels anytime soon.
Indeed. I'm on. Traveler, surely the two of you must understand how I feel. Don't worry, madam, I feel your frustration. What's the book called? We'll borrow it, take a look ourselves. It's called Reasoning knows not the time of day, but sense always follows a blizzard.
Sounds like a title of a light novel.
Tell me about it. Anyway, read it at your own risk. It truly is unbearably boring. Want to know what kind of books I like? The spectrum is just so broad. I don't know where to start. Next time you borrow books, try to be a bit more careful. I mean, since we're in Sumeru, we might as well have Nahida around, who can read people's minds.
There's so many books with long titles here. That's how I have a look. Working hard and vacationing harder. What the heck?
The Atlas of Rare Rainforest Dwelling Species, Professional Edition, The Art of the Construction of Coffee Machines. Who exactly reads these?
Secrets of the Elemental Sciences. This book jacket even says expert approved. The former sage Cyrus phrases this as an excellent entry-level book. And this one, it got compilation to in summary of common basic grammar rules for rare languages of ancient desert people. Now Paimon City, just from so many words.
Come on, Paimon, you can learn 20 different. Huh?
Is that Layla over there? Let's go ask her. She may know something.
How's my Paimon voice? It's like I've been working really hard on it. On my impression.
I see everything.
It was so hard for so long. Why is it so be left to be done? Hey, Layla. Paimon, it's been so long. I'm so tired.
Didn't sleep well last night.
I was reading a novel, so I stayed up late.
Wasn't a detective novel everyone was talking about, was it? The one with a super long name?
Oh, no, if you're talking about reasoning to not... Reasoning knows not the time of day, but suspense always follows it's a blizzard. Oh, right, yes. No, that wasn't the one. Madame Farzad said it was really dull, so I didn't...
Oh, so you're not that interested in the book's secrets.
I haven't even been able to keep up with my own work, even though I'm up late all the time these days. Way more people have been in the book than I ever imagined. 7 or 8 in this single morning. I feel like a living sighing board sitting here like this. Papa asked me the same questions, looking for it too. He was even hiding behind a ladder before, looking for something. Really embarrassed.
There's something hiding behind a ladder. You must be after Mora. That's gotta be it, so you're hurry up and pay off his debt to... Wait, no. Let's pretend Pyro didn't say anything. Layla, you're really sleepy, right? You must be ready to this conversation.
I didn't get it anyway, but if you...
Thank you. We'll keep on looking. Okay.
Get next. So fall this go quickly.
I must think we should go ask Kaveh now. If he's looking at the book, he must know something.
Where is he now?
Good question. We could try hanging around where he might show up. There's a good chance he's there right now. Like, right now, right? Uh-huh.
Eh. Ugh. Okay, alright. I'm noticing that the voice I use for Paimon seems to be a lot louder. So I'm hoping I'm not blowing up people's eardrums with my Paimon, with whatever I'm using for Paimon. I mean, my Paimon impression is so much louder, yes. Actually, I just realized something. I didn't try talking to Layla again. And much less reading her mind. Piffle. Okay. All right. Well, very, very. It was very important. Okay. Very important to know. Oh, it's down this way. Sad that this part is not voice acting, considering that the last optional quest in this event was fully voice acted, and remarkably so.
Yeah, ever since we found a pair of, we see like a pair of thieves hiding here to ambush Kave, it almost feels like we're here to extort him or something. I'm not sure why that is though. We just want to ask him a couple questions, that's all.
Make it sound like we're the baddies. But when have you ever been bothered by your conscience?
That sounds like footsteps. Quick, let's take a look. Somebody's there. Oh, hey,
Um,
hey, what are you doing here?
question, surprising indeed. I was under the impression that I lived here. Good morning. Good morning. What can I do?
Never mind.
Oh, goodbye then.
Just left. Does he have work or something?
Again, they're heading toward the door. Stop right there, Kave. Like, oh, what are you two doing here?
Good question. Surprising indeed. I'm under the impression that you two, the only reason we'd be here is if we were looking for you.
Paimon, you don't sound like yourself. Looking for a certain book by any chance? Wait, what?
Here's the deal.
Oh, one side, and hushed tone. Guys know everything. And there I was thinking I'd been super discreet the whole time. No one should have ever noticed.
Come on, get real. You really think no one knows you live here?
That's not fair. Of course nobody knows, except for Sino, Tinari, Kale. Friends are friends, so if they know, well, they know. But what if a stranger overheard us? It would be a disaster. It might even impact my career. Anyway, about the book.
You believe it contains intel about hidden treasure, don't you? Trying to get rich quick, aren't we?
Yeah, are you offered to help find it?
Yes, why did you say so earlier? No, that's really hidden treasure. How about this? We help you find it, and we split the 50-50. It's a deal. Like, after all we've been through, it's finally our turn to get rich. Don't need to keep yapping. Hidden treasures and higher probes coming in on ya.
Hi, Mod. Huh?
Yeah.
Like, Traveler Paimon, must be my lucky day running into you like this.
Yeah, your mercenaries are pretty strange to the grapevine. Have you ever heard of a book called Visiting Not to Know that time of day but suspense always follows a blizzard? Wait, you guys are looking.
You guys are looking for it too?
You don't mean you're looking for it too, darn, does this... God, so... Does that mean we're finally allowed to square up against Dia?
Wait a minute, would you mind telling me exactly why you were looking for it? If it really does turn out to be something important, I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Oh, really? So your reaction before, I thought you were after it too.
Sorry, a client had me get her the book, but her attitude seemed off somehow. So I didn't take the commitment. She's a smart cookie, though, like she was hiding something. So I thought she must have had an ulterior motive. Besides, I have other things to do. Compared to some commission, it's more important that you... Anyway, so no time to lose. I gotta get going.
Hey, good man, good luck. Don't forget to tell us if you hear anything.
Dia's client could... Hey! How are you so fast?
Flying faster than running?
Sorry, it's a traveler thing. I'm reading through so much time I run fast. Alright, listen to me. It's like this. Come on, don't get your hopes up. That book isn't some kind of treasure map. It's just an unbelievably remarkable, surpassingly ordinary detective novel.
But didn't you say there was treasure? If most people backtrack like that, I would think they changed their mind and wanted to keep all the more for themselves. But that's not something you do.
Oh, that's... I couldn't bring myself to tell you earlier, so play along with it. Here's what happened. I borrowed the book a month ago. When I opened the first page, I discovered out the name written incorrectly. That night, I'd been drinking just a little, and I was starting to feel drowsy, so I took a pen and circled the name. As I'm sure you know, the House of Dina allowed borrowers to annotate the books they take out. I had a habit of doing that, so at the time I didn't get caught. But after I was a dozen or so pages in, I realized that the names of all characters had been written wrong. Would be more accurate to say that the novel itself was quite strange. All the character names were based on real historical figures, but rather than using their name, they'd been tweaked slightly. Most people would assume that the author had made a mistake or there had been a printing error when they saw the spelling of things. I didn't find the content particularly appealing, so returned it before I finished reading it. But later on, I heard that the book had suddenly become the talk of the town, and that there were rumors about mysterious treasure or something. Something I thought it had something to do with you? It does.
It certainly does sound like it.
Yeah, and I also heard that now all the names of the books have been circled, not just. I just haven't been able to figure out what in Tefat must have happened after I returned it. Tell anyone about it? Last time we met, I also told him about how poorly parts of the book were written. He said it made it. Like, he said I made it sound pretty funny, so much so in fact that he suddenly wanted to book himself. You made it sound like it was so bad it's good.
In this case, let's go find Henry.
That's fine with me, but still, I have some work to finish up, and it's pretty urgent. How about I head back first, and we could meet up later once I'm done.
Hurry, hope your work goes well.
Me too. Like, see you later then. Huh. So it's like all a misunderstanding. So someone just saw all these things circled, and then rumors started circulating somehow. I need to read some popular stuff. I heard you. How's it going? Like, traveling Paimon, you look excited. You reflect on how absurdly long the title is, and how even just saying it out loud makes you feel tired. How that one? Yes, I did go to the House of Dina to borrow it. Kave said it wasn't worth reading, but I was curious and so I went and read it anyway. The problem was there were already two names circled in the book I had borrowed, and the style of each circle was different. It was like some kind of game. Someone had drawn a red circle around the name of the first character that appeared, and someone else had drawn a green circle around another name.
So in the time between Kami returning the book and you taking it back out again, someone else had already annotated it?
That's right.
I was sure that first circle was drawn by Kami.
Yeah, no surprises there. If you stop and think about it for a second, guessing the identity of the second
Yeah. Wait, you mean it was...
for two people living in a house, and one of them drew the first circle, then it's likely the other person let them too. Sometimes those two really are too much. If I suspected from the beginning, the first character whose name was circled on the very first page turned out to be a murderer. Surely it's just a blatant spoiler. Like that joke where someone opens the novel and bam, there's a note in the margin that spoils everything right from the start. Nope.
That joke would be so cruel.
That was one of Cyrus's. Just a joke. He said he actually pulled a stunt like that when he was.
It was a to borrow the book after he scribbled all over it.
My master Nephis and Professor Zahahadi, who had seminar with him that very afternoon. Sarah said that the master once threatened to give him a good beating by the side entrance of the house of Dina. It was only thanks to my mother and Professor Zahahadi intervening that it didn't happen.
I didn't sympathize at all, not one bit.
House of Dina never stopped people from annotating books, but this seemed like a special case. I didn't the book could be allowed to keep circulating. So I circled several names by myself, laying a false trail. This place that how you leave the forest is a simple principle.
When you said like that, but still.
Names did you circle, Tainari? Okay, not too many, about 3 or 4. Chose them all randomly.
But who circled the other names in the book?
Must have been others who borrowed it and did something similar. I'm just not sure why. But it's
I just thought borrowing books would be so complicated.
okay.
Hey,
So the book had the killer spoiled by or the first name that was circled was spoiled by the circle, so people kept circling other names, and then so all of them were circled, and then I think there's a there's a story behind that story. Weird.
Yeah, let's know what the real story is. Candace is there too.
I need to reflect a little.
What happened?
You here today, Shirley? Gods. It is. Is it just a personal?
Is it a promotion?
His trip to the city was to buy provisions for the village, as well as to help Miss Sataria deliver a message to the stages of. On my way, I happened to see a cafe looking down, so I came out with her. It's just I suddenly after talking. Before that client had even contacted me, I heard rumors that of a exciting novel full of unexpected. Out of curiosity, I asked Saito to take it out for me. As a dweller and a mercenary to boot, the idea of solving a mysterious treasure map is pretty exciting.
I would totally guess that.
We inherited our custom of searching for the gold and wisdom in hands from ourselves. That book turned out to be dry as dust. A bunch of names had been circled, but I couldn't figure out what the puzzle was supposed to be. Reading the whole thing through carefully from start to finish. And I started a ritual or game or something, and then hold my own. Is this just a chain letter? But later on, Miss Dunyazard asked her parents to find a way to borrow it for her, and said the mysterious marketing fascinated her. Even he couldn't get into the book itself. They were just regular annotations. It was out of the ordinary. But want to try to figure out what they might mean. Yeah, what you're reflecting on is having accidentally entered. Is that correct? Wait, hold on a second. Why did you tell Candace? For you know? He has to interrogate criminals and other things. Sacreds. Take over what we'll talk to her about it. Guys, listen to other people's. Guys, speaking of your own, it will come over time.
But all she did was draw a circle. It's not like she was so literally trying to mess with anyone. Quiet. Everyone agrees the book itself is just bad. Don't worry about it, yeah?
That's true. I was just telling Candace how it is. But be that as it may be, it's the fact that it. Oh, that's the bottom. Anyway, Dia, please have faith. I will forgive you. Besides, he told me that part of the story, pulling out of the village on his hands and knees, and Amal. That's right. The detective in the book argued that he must have to cross the broken bridge like a frog. Of course, you found out later that his conjecture was off base.
Why's that?
It turned out that Ahmal has a superpower. It can float right across the broken bridge.
What the book even about? It sounds completely ludicrous.
Ahmal. Who reminiscent of the good name of King Keshrit, though considering how transgressive the book sounds like. Right. Now, I can't wonder what our friends have been. They somehow got their hands on those sages would be like an interesting next week. Could risk treat.
Like for the bridges, like outside Blizzard Swept Mountain villages, and all for them to get broken. But for a person to possibly cross them while floating through the air, resort to such a lame plot device.
The really serious detective novel sounds like something out of a comic strip.
I started, like, get where I was coming from. You got all excited about reading a detective novel, but ended up reading tripe like that instead. I didn't even think about it.
Not sure. I returned after I was done reading it, and back then there weren't as many markings with it as the rumor said. Say they are.
Alright, then Detective Primer is still on the case.
You know, sure didn't expect things to start like this.
Everyone hold hands.
Around here, predicted this is precisely because it is a. So, So the book just people just kept borrowing it and then added more and more to it, and then until it got till whatever it is. So it became whatever it is. Oh. Okay, so this is turning into a real strange mystery. Which, like, but all of this really comes down to it feels like it's just a rumor that went very, very far. It just happened because a lot of people just started doing the same thing.
Has really not knows not the time of day, but suspends all his followers of Blizzard in return yet?
There are two copies of the book. There's one's been marked up and the other hasn't. I'm guessing you're looking. Oh,
Oh, you saw right through us. Anyhow,
many others have asked for it too. I apologize though. It hasn't been returned. Back again later. Can't you at least
tell us what look, you heard it?
how long is it over? Wait, patient. Closing borrower's identity without proper reason. A violation of professional ethics. So you have to forgive me for keeping that.
At that point, it would be terrible if someone had to steal a book, like looking to steal a book and harassing whoever borrowed it.
You two look as confused as. You two look as a confused couple of Aranara who run into each other head first. You look. No, it's a heinous one. Hey there. Hey.
Yeah, if you're a book called BC not knows not the time of day, but suspends all his followers of Blizzard, what the frick is The title.
Such a long name, but yes, I know of the one you mean. I heard that everyone was looking for it, and it sounded like fascinating, so I found a brand new copy to read myself.
My friend, you mean with the copy with all the markings on it?
Yes, that's right. I was more interested in the content of the book itself than all those rumors about the treasure, so an unmarked copy was all I needed. Speaking of which, it's funny. There's more than one copy of the book, but everyone's looking for the one with all the names missing. Are they all afraid of spoilers, or save them?
Oh, you know who has a copy of the with the markings right now?
Just so happen to have seen it in the hands of one of. If you're looking for the copy that sparkled all the rumors, like look around near the palace of Alcazar. Oh well. Oh,
I see.
Books smell so good.
fortunately, Nahida not able to read Nahida's mind with Nahida. So wait, are we? So we're basically just meeting everyone, like just seeing everyone in Sumeru. Like it's just like just an excuse to meet everyone in Sumeru again. Anyway, Palace of Alcazar, right? We going to see? Are we seeing Tori or not like Dory? Maybe finding Dory. Yep, there she is. I know that pink hair. And Thethos and Psycho. That wasn't Dory I was targeting.
Everyone hold hands. I see everything.
Look, I'm pretty sure they're all just.
Dory signing with Jessa?
Darn you, General Mahamatra! Entrapment isn't gonna work. You can't do that. What do you mean by entrapment? You're the one who said you had the book, and I wanted to read it. Then you agreed to meet me here. Sana showing up was just a coincidence, pure coincidence. You don't play games with me. I know who you are. You're that new kid Sethos, right? I know you're friend of Sino's. Huh? You know who I am? Oh, Santa was chasing you around, trying to get you to play cards, and how you found an excuse to run off after a couple of rounds. Right after that, right after it felt like quite an impression. Didn't have to mention that. No, I think Dory's right about that. You always look way out when it comes to playing infantry. Been quite a problem. Like, Traveler Pylon, and you've been staying there for quite a while. No, if it isn't my dear Traveler and Pylon, what brings you to the Palace of Alcazar? Might it be that you come to do business with me, Lord Sangamabe? Of course, please give me a moment to conclude our business here, then I'll be with you straight away. Anyway, General Mahamatra, as I'm sure you are well aware, but the means by which I had someone borrow this book from the House of Dino were both completely legal and perfectly reasonable. Like, seeing as it isn't yet time to return it, you have no right to forcibly seize a book I borrowed. That would only be the case had you not engaged. Yet just now a buyer, Sethos, Palace of Alcazar, basis of a mysterious message to the seller, hoping in vain to purchase the detective. What do you mean buyer? He's one of your people. You said to deliberately try to buy it and trap me. That's not something I can acknowledge. But I can tell you, I had my eyes on this. It is forbidden to sell books without explicit approval. I'm not selling anything, just to be clear. I'm just making the most of an opportunity. If someone pays me a little something, like something on the side, I lend them this mysterious novel to browse for a bit. Don't believe me? Just ask any of my curious readers. Yes, that's right, you're readers. Anyway, I was just showing him the book. That's so. And here I was thinking, going through with an illegal transaction. Like, wait, what? You really are together? I was just really curious about the book, so I managed to track it down. But Sino, it's true that Dory never actually said she wanted to sell the book. So he isn't the mastermind who started all this. Mastermind? By your own account, it looks like you might have jumped the gun a bit, General Mahamatra. I'm not handing the book over. You may think you've played an ace story, but you opened the book just now. I saw the truth revealed before me. Book return date today.
Yeah, sure got sharp eyes.
That's right. I do have a good vision. You have less than a half hour before the book is overdue. This should be an island. I just hand it over to you like that. This is a mysterious, super awesome, mega amazing paragraph of a illogical detective novel that's practically a treasure. I make a fortune off it. Really be admitting that out loud? I didn't say I was going to sell it. It's not like I was being serious. And how about this? Dory, sign up while we play. You two play a little game with the book as the stakes. That's one way of solving it. How about it? Dare accept the challenge if you blind eye to the book for the time. And if you lose, you'll have. Oh, sounds interesting. Hey, well, I'm in. What's the contest? Are both of you confident in your powers of mental recall? Is that not bad? And you both read the contents of the books, correct? That's right. You actually read it? Oh, well, needless to say, so I have it. Like, in case I'll just open the book and flip through a few pages and tell you how many names have been circled. Best out of 3 wins. Sound good? It's nuts! What, checking out? No, it's game on. Let's go! Good. In that case, the first page. 6. 6. Both correct. Next, the second page. It's 4? It's a 4. Oh, both of you are right again. 2 draws. And so it all hangs on the next question. Listen up. Oh? Page 61. What? That's a 7? Another answer is 5. Absolutely correct. The answer is 5. Side note, is it really that good? I'm not buying it. How do you do that? Not actually because I have good memory, but because the circling of the name. Question on. After I borrowed it, I noticed the names on the first few pages have been selected. People. Penmanship was different, and moreover, I recognized 3 of the circles had been drawn by Tainari. 2 others used the same code. So it was instantly recognizable. You know that? Yes, I learned of that habit long ago. At that time, I had been promoted general. Not trying to get through all the trivial tasks in my try it at once with servants. I would often find Tainari hidden away on a tree doing his homework, noticing the writing implement. He favored what was exactly detective work. Back to the book. Anyone who read it knows the first names. Perhaps Tainari did not want the plot to be spoiled for anyone else, so he annotating or marking a book of a violent book borrow. Why are all the other marks there? There's some conspiracy behind them. What do you have to do? I want to get to the bottom of this, even if it's credited. Must become a part of the conspiracy. So I have circled all the other. What? You do such a thing? There's no treasure at all. It was just you guys all along. That's right. There's to hide a grain of sand buried in the desert. Sand. In that grain of sand, I can catch it. So you were drawn to it. Plans in a twist of fate were discovered by me. No matter how vast, not run. Thinking of me? Oh, this aren't you? Oh, really have way too much time on your hands. Okay, I give up. You win. That's enough for today. It's time for Lord Sangama Bay to return to her room to repose. Farewell, all. Taking the book. I've heard there was a treasure in it, and I thought it might have something to do with the temple. I never thought the real, never thought that was the real story behind it. But when you agreed to compete, I had already surmised you were familiar with the book. That's why I chose that particular format. Eh? How would that look?
Just thinking, later and more twists more in terms of in the story behind the book than the actual story itself.
Well, as long as you got it back, I'll leave uncovering the rest of the secrets to you. And take my leave for now. See you later, everyone. Of course. Tell something that point. Plot's wildly imaginative, and just as everyone says, though most of the names in the book aren't familiar, like seem familiar, the unclosed with fiction, they realize that they aren't actually the name figures you thought they were at first. Not only that, but every name has been circled. Thinking back on the course of events, you fall silent, and then you explain how unexpected. But still, it does make sense. Far better than the existence. In that case, I still have other plans. Last time I was at Caravan Reef, as I meet the traveler. Could I trouble you to return them? Thanks, friend. Jeez, this freaking book.
Hey!
So that's how the view here was made. God, he never fails to impress.
Ay, ay, ay. Let's go grab a few potty sorrows. Alright, back to the House of Dina. Return a book that really makes no sense whatsoever. Oh my goodness. So it's literally just a book that makes no sense. Finally back.
Like, now let's return this book.
Really found the book? Amazing. I've been waiting here for it to be returned so I can see it as soon as possible. Seriously? How is that even possible? I circled the actual murderer? I'm a...
Surprised about the whole thing, too.
Let's just take care of the book problem first. Hello, this book is, by my fault for the page that caused a whole mess for happen. Now it's all marked up like this, and there's even a story, so I'd like to buy it. The whole issue should be avoidable if the academia buy a new copy. Would you please write a proposal? Have your idea has merit. I try to resolve this situation. Turn the book's price down. Hey, over there. That's great. Thank you so much. Full amount. The fully marked up book and regardless, thank you so much.
Nothing, we were kind of just along for the ride. So, it'd be better if you used something more erasable to make notes in the future.
I understand. I'll never let myself subconsciously write typesetting letters like ever again. No, I mean I'll never borrow a book with such a long name, at least for a while. Oh. Hi them. You're here. I was looking everywhere. What is it? Guess why I got this little bag here. I think it's a young man's tear. And what would you know? It's reason no, it's not the time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. Actually bothered to memorize it. It was a boring name like that. Because I was filing out the paperwork to buy it just like at the academia's office. I had to write it out over and over. But because I subconsciously marked the book with ink. You know that Tainari, D, and Saito all circled names of the book, and it all started because I circled because the name I circled was the real killer. Perfectly honest, the name circled, I knew it. It's like, how come you've read the book too? I had a pleasure of reading it in the House of Dina. The logic's to me. They left the book out. So you knew I circled the killer. What? Did you circle any names in the book? Think. So you did? Second one. Why? Best way to avoid spoilers is to why just what? Technari Circle 3! Technari significantly reduced the probability of the murder identity being spoiled for the next reader. That's more than enough. No need to worry about things that are. And just why isn't it necessary? Using permanent ink to circle a name on the first page. That's obviously. Don't logic is that. I bet you just drew your circle for fun. I must say. If I must say so, then the circling of the far more interesting itself. Fair point. It, like, in the end, I only have myself to blame for using all my pencils. I need to go buy some more. Congratulations, it's one of a kind out of book, personally penned by the hands of so many as now. I think I look happy about it. I don't even want it.
There was time when she wouldn't want it either.
Go from me too. Oh. What a ride. What a silly, silly ride. What a ride of a weird book. All it was just a real killer getting getting circled. And then bam. They just Alright then. Well, that's that. For real. And that was enough reading for me for a long, long time.
Oh.
Well, actually, I'm gonna save my resin for when the server resets half hour. So, right. I guess let's go back to Sri Lanka for a bit, and we can find any more bliss. It sounds a little weird when I say it like that, but just go with that. Oh, right, I had this team run around. All right. Yeah, there's a. So yeah. So they still need to find 15 more for the last reward here. And there are a few other things left to do. Oh, there's a chest down here. Oh, and the chest is right there.
Upon the gale.
Think you can get away? Yahoo!
You dare to gaze upon me?
Let's play!
Behold!
Brace yourselves. I am the cutting edge of fashion.
There we go.
The handiwork is all right, though I've made much better myself.
Guess I'm just gonna be running around looking for, like, just looking around for anything. Well, actually, there are a bunch of there's probably a bunch that I haven't found in the Broken Sea. Yeah, because there's a bunch of teleport spots here that I haven't done or haven't activated. And the heart's still broken, sadly. That poor squirrel. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Goes on for quite a while. Especially when you have no momentum. Yeah, you have like no forward momentum when you drop your glider, so that's
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Bombs away! Time for takeoff.
The wind rises. Know your place.
But yeah, imagine that a detective novel, like a detective novel, where it was more fun to just
Search for it.
just circle names than it was to actually read the mystery or to read the actual book. Yeesh.
The wind rises.
There we go.
Let me take note of this.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of things that we haven't found. Quite a few puzzles that haven't been solved. Oh, put this block here. Put this block here. Oh, we need a green block.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. There we go.
Let me take note of this.
Right, there's still gonna be a... can anyone give me a push? There you go. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a short break real quick, like to let ads run, and come back. We'll be continuing on looking for more stuff to do. BRB. Meow. Okay, so well, it just occurred to me during break that there are probably things I could spend a stream doing other than this. Like I could just do this on my own, like be looking around on my own time. Like, but I will grab this teleporter. Waypoint. Although I also don't want to like do too much on my own time that I end up missing the moment I finally get to AR 60. There. Hmm. Just can't. Weird. Oh, I see that.
Yep.
Down below. Oh, there it is. Found it. And that was just 9 right off the bat, right there. I just need 3 more. I could find 3 more. I could find 3 more. No problem. Because there's a lot. There's quite a bit that we just need to actually do find and solve puzzles. There. That up. What are you doing? Hmm. Oh. Okay. What happened? Linda?
Here we go.
Well, I guess we're just blowing this up now. Okay, that's fine. Oh. That. There we go. Hey!
Thank Barbados. Wait a minute. Huh?
Hmm. Giant dragon. Did I take it this way? Hey, we can. Hey, there we go. Load that up. Load it up. Oh, hi.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Behold!
So about that sword. Oh.
You even want this?
Mm-hmm. Some more. Oh, right, the giant dragon. Oh, dig. Why did it go? Oh, hi. Touch it. Where are you going? If I could just glide.
Too slow.
There we go. Hi.
Quit following me.
Oh. Oh. Um.
You even want this? Squall and Fury.
Here we go.
Oh, there's a chest right here that's out me over.
Have you heard the ballad of the treasure chest?
No, but we can save that for another time. That's because accept this quest and we're going to Fontaine. All right, let's go.
Anesthetics? Check.
The Spina's on the case.
All right, let's go. Onward. Port of Fontaine. Oh, there's a lot of people gathered here.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is.
Hmm.
Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Huh, looks like it.
Hmm.
Oh,
Big?
Seedween's here too.
Oh. Hey.
Seedween?
Hey. What are the chances? It's been a while.
Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy.
You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here, Seedween?
The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the Court of Fontaine. This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. I like to keep up with the latest industry developments when I can, to help me with my magazine articles.
Hey.
Wait, you write? For a magazine?
What?
Which one?
It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association.
Oh.
I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Maritime Flower.
Oh,
Ah.
wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association!
When did you start reading beauty mags?
What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty!
I mean, yeah, but still.
I really like this role. The staff at cosmetics shops are always so polite, and as long as I wear a big smile on my face, I always get the best customer service.
Hmm.
Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower!
Yeah, but so, I mean, what got you interested in? How did you become?
Obviously, it's because of Seedween's love for beauty. Still a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible.
The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not.
Really?
Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, you're saying that natural beauty is the highest form of beauty, right?
Not really. Actually, Melusine aesthetics are very different from human ones. We don't view humans based on their appearance.
Wait, what?
If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
Wait,
Oh, really?
and it's
Yep.
nothing to do with appearance?
Still, I really value my current appearance, and in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about skincare and stuff.
Hmm.
It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise to me, though.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you
Yeah.
look human anyway? Are you like only half Melusine?
I was wondering about that too. Although it's a bit
Ooh,
rare,
wait,
rude to ask.
sorry. That was probably really offensive, wasn't it?
I mean, oh my gosh, Paimon, you don't just ask why someone looks like a human.
No, I don't mind. I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form a very long time ago. If you're interested, I could tell you the story.
Oh?
A shape-shifting story?
Oh?
Oh, heck yeah, of course we're interested!
Once upon a time. Long ago, humans rejected Melusines, and Melusines feared humans. There was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her.
Oh.
So, the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill, The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Oh!
Melusines can't be trusted.
Oh!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In
Oh!
desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again.
Oh.
And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way.
Oh.
Ooh. A witch? A potion? Why does this sound like a fairy tale?
Trust me, it's a true story.
Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so...
The kind. I mean,
Yeah, not every Melusine would take human form to save their human friend. That must have been a huge
I mean,
decision.
not any person would do that in general. Would change their form for.
Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough.
Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melusine. Especially when their daughter was so sick.
That.
Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. But that was a long time ago. I like how I look now anyway.
No.
Paimon too! You're super cute this way.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale!
Well, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Paimon, if you want to buy any skincare products, I'll be happy to give you some suggestions.
Really? Personal
me?
advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association? What an honor!
Allow
About
me to
me?
introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about this product's trials in the newspapers. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes it glow anew, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis and spreading its wings for the first time.
Huh.
We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Now, without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Rawat to tell you all about what Butterfly Dew can do for you.
It was made for Melusine.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Wow, what a looker.
He's a researcher? Wow, he's really challenging the stereotype.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. Or should I say, my appearance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold somewhat. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees us as. But what if I told you that those shackles can be broken? If our appearance prevents us from changing, then let us first change our appearance itself. Wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never again hang our heads in shame. That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech, Paimon's already sold.
Mr. Rawat, could I ask if you've used this product yourself?
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it. You can consider me a product ambassador.
Wow, then it's sure to work.
Tested on a
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So, could I get a volunteer from the audience to try it out?
Oh, Paimon volunteers!
Oh! Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us. In that case, Miss Sijuin, could we seek your most expert opinion on this product?
Sure.
Whoa, is that Romaritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare products in all of Fontaine.
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product. Wow, now that's high praise.
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is now on sale!
Think we should buy a bottle too?
Paying it for yourself?
Of course you bring up Mora. Fine, Paimon will pay out of her own pocket, and even share it with you. There, does that sound fair?
Okay,
and if you're
maybe.
worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, Sijuin's here, so we can get an expert consultation.
Oh. Well,
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some flaws in the product so I can keep improving it.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become apparent with long-term use. Yet, this one has instant benefits, improving skin quality without any obvious side effects. It's one of a kind. Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish regular reviews in Beauté's en Fleur. You can read my thoughts there. All you need to do is subscribe.
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but you are a beauty association leader after all. I understand if you want to keep this professional.
Sijuin! Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert. But do you think this product is a good choice for me and her?
Wait, are you the renowned traveler?
why, yes,
That's
I
right!
am.
And by her side, the equally famous Paimon.
Well, I don't normally handle customer questions personally, but since it's the traveler asking,
We're asking
allow me to
Sijuin.
make an exception. Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same on everyone.
Why would it work better on Fontainians?
Because it's made.
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Miss Paimon.
Wait. Is it made from. Is it made from from water from the primordial sea?
Alright then. How about a friend discount?
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here,
Ah?
take 2 bottles for free.
Huh?
Yay! Paimon's private fun survives!
What's the catch? Is it the publicity stunt?
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is simply a token of my esteem. There's no business motivation behind it.
That's what they all say.
To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits, fellow admirers of physical beauty. I consider it a labor of love.
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud. It sounds so shallow.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their heads. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful. And that's exactly what inspired me to choose this research direction in the first place.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to use this product for now.
Really?
Why? Is there a problem with it? The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think I could add some ingredients to the mix to make it more effective. Really? Then why didn't you tell Rawat about that? Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, ooh, now that'll make them really upset.
You know what?
If I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles for free. Huh, fair enough, that makes sense. If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them. When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no? As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Maripede. I mustn't leave the infirmary unattended for too long. Alright, see you there then!
Yep, see you back in prison. Like, wouldn't you instead just say that?
Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for Seedween should be nearby.
Like, wouldn't you just say that it could be better instead of just saying someone else could make it better?
Watch out! Lend me a hand. Scraps of color. Scatter! Coming at ya! Hey there!
We really have to defeat this monster? I'm just gonna take this just... I'm gonna take this just so we can... Just so I can go ahead and just...
Dumpty Dumpty Duck! Grow, grow, grow! Yeah! Warren! Committed to memory! Yeah, yeah! The Temple of Wisdom! Yeah, yeah!
Oh. Okay, so we did have to defeat that enemy. So, Tainted Hydro Phantom Extract. This very specific. I just love the dolphin jumps. It's just cute.
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of Mirapede!
Yeah. Yay, we're going back to prison. Woo! Just imagine being able to just come here and just be able to come here and come back just every now and then, and it just wouldn't even seem all that weird. In fact, sometimes I even wonder if this place is even really a prison, or if this place is even really supposed to be like a punishment. But sometimes it doesn't really. It sure doesn't feel like it's not. It sure at times feels like it's like sometimes even preferable than living up in the air.
Don't slip and fall.
Above ground. I'll make sure it's a drab, but don't have like there's steady employment and you don't have to work. Food.
Whoa, the infirmary is packed!
Oh, Luke's here.
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exactly like me.
Oh.
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, I have a few tests to run. Take a deep breath, and don't worry. It's nothing to be nervous about. First, which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine. I'm not crazy.
Very good. Now, on to the next.
Hey there, Your Grace. It's been a while, huh?
Hey.
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Seedween. Do you, know what all of this is about?
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
Really?
A doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kinda looks like him?
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles him. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him for a medical evaluation.
All right, very good. Take a sip of water and rest for a bit. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms pointing to a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive faculties.
Okay.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on the case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but I'll have to leave this to you.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important. You probably won't need to add them to your observation list, though.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you.
Yeah, we
Hey there, Seedween! It's actually not that important, but...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me. Goodbye for now.
Hi.
Okay, bye-bye! So, Seedween...
Oh, we...
Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat. I won't be long.
Okay.
Oh, sure!
Seedween, we've brought him. and he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Really?
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Seedween. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work. Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first. Did his face melt? What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the symptoms.
Wait, his face
This is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marishose Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
The Marishose Phantom? Does this have something to do with the case Risley's dealing with?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
Oh, good.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melazines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, he just looked like a little kitty with slightly scruffy fur, but still just as cute.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my cell.
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again, your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, alright? Look how nice Seedween's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of work.
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. What a brave little guy.
Thank you, Sejuin. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the ingredients?
Oh, you were
we
thinking
did,
about that?
but we don't want to interfere or anything. You're busy saving lives here. Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just hand me the ingredients, and I'll make some time to whip it into the improved version for you. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration area.
Oh?
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, Seedween? That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do! Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others.
Yeah, that does tend to happen.
Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition.
Wait, what?
I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work. So I suggest you take a break first, then come back and see me when you're ready.
Makes it sound like we're... Wait, are we the one being treated, or...
We're ready, Seedween. What's our first mission? I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
Okay. Do I need to sleep?
What for? I need you to pretend to be sick. What? Is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time.
Wait, you do?
Oh, so you knew.
You know?
I sure did. She was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates. When you played along very well, Paimon, I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Oh.
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again now? No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Please just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Doc. It's me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it.
So annoying. Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I know! I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's always, don't do this and don't do that.
At the fortress first?
Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature.
We're only here for a few...
Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well, here's your medicine. 1 cup for starters, and we'll see if it helps.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days.
Yeah, but it could go away now.
Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure can. You're a very brave boy after all.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, oh, then you'll have to tough it out like this young lady. Hang in there, traveler. Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag.
Huh?
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days' rest.
And if I'm not tough enough?
Oh, humanity!
Hey! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh.
Put it this way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
Gee!
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
Oh.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two. That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
Yo.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately. But unfortunately, his father's away on a business trip right now. She had no choice but to bring her son here for the time being. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think that the Fortress of Meripede would be all fun and games.
Yeah, you bring
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Seems like there's a whole side to Siege we never knew about. It's a technique I learned from my teacher. Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a Melazine doctor too? She was human. She passed away a long time ago. Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice when I get to talk about her with other people. She was a traveling doctor, and since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. Dealing with the badly behaved ones was her specialty. She used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
Jeez.
She sounds like a pretty strict teacher.
But hey, it works.
Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids.
Oh, well, that...
Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves.
I mean...
Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like. As it happens, I actually have a picture of her.
Oh. Normal.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kids. Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch. Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her? Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for tricks.
Really?
A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around. Oh, me, on the other hand, it's hopeless. Children aren't afraid of me at all. That's actually a good thing, you know?
You're adorable.
Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Would you mind lending me a hand again?
Do we need to act sick again?
Sure
can do
thing.
that.
On to the next mission. Is it nighttime already? That flew by. You really have a busy job, Seedween.
Ew.
Well, thanks to you two, it was much easier today.
Now we can.
Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty late. Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential, so I usually leave it till after everyone's clocked out. Confidential? Are you sure you can tell us? It's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients to make healthy meals with. Wait, you mean those healthy meals?
The ones that magically appear on the third day?
My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the Coupon cafeteria handle the rest. Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in it. You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels, you can prepare a healthy meal for yourself. It's really good for you, you know. Sure? Guess we can help out one more time.
Those.
The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table and add them in the order I tell you. First, we add this special slime condensate. Stir it thoroughly, then pour it in. See that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty jelly, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Until you remember it's slime condensate.
Yeah.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered sugar. Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure they're edible? Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just need to clean their innards.
What?
And then you're left with some lovely, tender meat. Oh! Frogs.
You know...
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey.
I see.
Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow. Seedwing really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
It does, but I mean, it is a little... I mean, no wonder... I mean, her sense of aesthetics is very... is different.
Don't slip and fall.
I mean, her...
Head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Just the one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Sounds like they're talking in code. Thanks for your help.
It sounds pretty obvious to me.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only wish I could do more. You work so hard for all our sakes. I'd happily lose a little sleep if it meant helping you out.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further, your health will start to suffer.
All right. Nurse's orders. I'll do as I'm told. But you take care of yourself too.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you two. Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, Seedween. In just one day of helping you with your work, it feels like we've done a lot for the fortress.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think you'll agree, this is urgent.
Okay, just relax and catch your breath. What's the matter?
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
What?
Huh? Already? You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure he's well before we discharge him. Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come with you.
Hard back. Setbacks may give you experience, but they won't give you credit coupons. Well, right.
Don't slip and fall. Don't slip and fall.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery.
Why does
After
his voice
giving it
sound
some
different?
thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely wasn't in the best state of mind.
His voice sounds a lot
I totally
different.
understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous. It'll be the exact same procedure as we did this morning. We can start whenever you're ready.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything. Would you mind taking me through it again?
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we
Same
have a
guy,
little
or it's a different
cognitive
guy.
test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine. To start with, which finger am I holding up?
Your pinky.
All right, all indicators seem normal. So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all? Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone. I wonder how I managed to miss the signs this time.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it. Thanks for looking after me.
His voice
I'll
sounds
be
way
as
too
good as
different.
new after a good night's sleep. And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back in my good old dorm.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. Alright then, you can leave the ward. I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for now, so you're officially discharged.
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong. You have my word.
Oh, they will go wrong.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh? Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to making that improved
Don't
lotion for
worry
you
about
yet.
it.
Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now. You should go get some rest too. Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Traveler. Good night, Paimon. Hope you sleep well. don't you worry. We will. After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log. Yeah, sleep
Yeah.
tight, Siegeween. See you tomorrow.
Still, that guy's voice was different, wasn't it? Like, I'm not crazy, am I? That guy's voice was very different. Already completed those. Switcheroo, huh? Switcheroo, huh?
Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Siegeween. Whoa, how is the infirmary even busier than yesterday? Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while.
No, don't worry.
No problem. Anything we can do to help?
Yeah.
There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll delay your vindication.
All right. I get it.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went fine, and now this.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Yeah, what?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
What?
That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Siegeween.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something we missed.
Who's this Potten? I'm Honore. I've applied to go out and see a doctor, but I was in hell. Unbelievable. I guess gonna have been the final day, so I should have been free. What gives? Eric, why does stuff like this always have to be? Oh, like Odilon, I'm a guard. I think I was attacked. This isn't me at all. Yeah, Odilon. Huh?
Wait.
Yeah.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
Yeah.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today. And they're expecting us to go along with that.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms. and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
Yeah, because
it's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
Yeah,
we did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch. I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me.
Ugh.
Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday? This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Potton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies, are you?
Are you serious?
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched. The method is
the
a
window
bit
to
like
their soul.
replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. And actually, I think I can prove it to you.
Really?
Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure do.
Yeah, there was a different voice.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric. So, you're Eric?
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination on you. Same procedure as yesterday.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So I need to concentrate.
Remember.
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
I believe it was...
It was.
Your index finger.
Different
But that means...
Was it the same person?
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. Seadwing did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held up her pinky finger.
Huh? I don't know about any tests last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
Somehow,
the gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them.
Yeah.
Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their groups switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards.
Yeah.
Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Right.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now! The Duke cracked the case!
With everyone's help.
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this process.
So this has to be...
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marachose Phantom is to identify criminals in disguise. We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Really?
Huh. Well then, how do we explain all this?
That was...
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity fraud.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that, even a Melazine wouldn't be able to detect it.
Wait, what?
A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marachose Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation.
Right.
If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer.
Right.
Yep. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out. We'll do it your way.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late.
Rick.
A bunch of people already got processed 2 hours ago.
Ah.
I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
So there really was a switch after all. They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marachose's Melazines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
Yeah, that
Yikes!
is a problem.
So we're at a complete dead end!
Are there security cameras? Or wait.
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on.
Right.
We were
Melazine.
only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Aha!
I believe his name is Rawat.
Oh?
Yeah.
Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion?
Yeah.
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potions. One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
Unless he was in on it.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees.
Or was he
that
already...
aside, since he's
Armageddon.
negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, Please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't ask you to help with arresting criminals.
What?
That's our duty.
But...
I also have a more personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time, his condition will get much worse.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business. And if anything happened to you, none of us can afford to take on that responsibility.
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
You say that, but still...
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you.
Yeah.
And if you really are worried for her safety, then...
Traveler's here. Hi. I mean, we're coming along anyways.
Ah, there you go, right on cue. Knew I could count on you.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off immediately. Time is of the essence.
Right. Right, so... Going to the Fontaine Research Institute, not the place where he... Not where he...
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but
Hey.
I'm afraid we're here on urgent business. And we're gonna need you to cooperate.
The Marsh is a phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more illegal research?
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we might find Mr. Rawat?
Rawat. Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome, right? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what they know.
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends around here.
But we met him at... But shouldn't we be going to the shop where he bought this?
So weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
Well, he was
I
switched
don't find
as
that
well.
weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making friends. Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Sigewinne. Paimon's suddenly kind of curious to know what everyone really thinks of him.
Yeah.
Yo!
Huh. Jeez. My own.
Don't slip and fall.
Hey. Hi. Audrey? Hi.
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
Birds?
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Close with you.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a close friend?
Yeah.
I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find him.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Okay, sorry.
This is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else? I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted opportunity.
How are we gonna get her to
Maybe,
talk?
but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we? She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean.
Wait, what?
But I know a cure.
Wait, what?
It's curable?
Love is curable?
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Wait, seriously? That?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marshosei Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him, of course.
Of course.
Oh, I see. Well, do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him, so I could get to know him better.
Yeah,
When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it?
Oh.
It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum?
Oh.
Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again. We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marshosei officers when we regroup.
Yeah.
Cool, sounds like a plan.
Find the other people.
Well, I've told you everything I know. Don't you think it's time for you to go looking for him? Not that I care, obviously.
Obviously. How did I miss? Huh. Keep is?
Hey there, are you in Teep?
In.
What do you want?
He probably doesn't like it.
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he might be?
What?
We were told you were pretty close with him.
Do we really?
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Wait, what about the patent?
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly dew, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Keep spilling the
Most
tea.
of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong, I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Really?
Huh. So is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him. Let's go.
Maybe we should.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Thanks.
Huh. I should remember that.
Gonna have to cut this chat short. I have a patent application to write.
Don't slip and fall.
What should the next
Don't slip and fall. Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Yeah, Paimon.
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom with an investigation. We'd like to ask you about Rawat's whereabouts, if that's okay. We're told the two of you are pretty close.
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh.
Oh yeah? What happened?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercialize his findings. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy like that? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
So that's what Rawat is really like. We'd still like to know where to find him. Is that something you can help us with?
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves the highest purpose of all the sciences.
Wow, turns out Sejuin's got some real clout.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him since. But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they know where he's at.
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together, because it seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything in my presence. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all about the money.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products? Do those count as drugs?
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the morgue rubber, not me.
Thank you. You've given us plenty to work with.
Welcome. Goodbye, and may we both reach new heights in our scientific endeavors.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.
If my research project works out, the development of underwater spaces should become much easier.
Ooh, that sounds really cool. Sounds very useful.
You know, Heimat started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. It's such a surprise to learn that his peers have a different impression of him.
For real.
So, what's your view of him now, Paimon?
Huh?
A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder? So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all? Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion. How did such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial?
Real.
Even with his difficult family background, it just doesn't make any sense. You can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
Head nurse.
Yeah, that is correct.
Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers. What did you find out?
Here's the deal.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical brands?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, why wouldn't he have registered his own brands? Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse. We can't rule it out.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? He was the one who blew the whistle on them!
But
most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard. If you say so.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's more likely that they were coercing him. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals approached him asking for academic support, luring him in with the promise of riches. By the time he discovered who they really were, he was in too deep. They had leverage on him, so he was forced to keep working for them. I've seen it happen many times before.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain why he was so unwilling to cooperate with his fellow researchers.
yeah, but
No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his neck. In that case, the situation could be worse than we thought. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us. Oh, there's a good chance they'll get to him before we do.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was last seen 2 days ago. If no one's seen him since, maybe we're too late.
2 days ago? So he went missing right after that product promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too.
what?
Not a good sign.
Same day?
Don't worry, everyone. I believe we still have a chance. Since he disappeared right after blowing the whistle, it's likely that he's gone into hiding. Yeah, he must have been worried that they'd come for him.
Oh, Mother's
All
house.
the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house, which you mentioned earlier. Seath, think you can find the place?
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal address. The one Rawat wrote down was in the outskirts of the city. That should be the place.
Okay, then there's no time to lose. Let's move.
Let's go. Trip and fall. Oh, it's 1,000 meters. Going to this house. What is his mother's maiden name? What is his mother's name?
Don't slip and fall.
Oh, hi. Hi.
All right, this should be the house. I'm pretty sure this was the address.
Okay, I'll knock.
Huh?
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fastest way to get this door open? Break the door down?
Yeah, but
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of paperwork if we damage a citizen's property. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... it's open!
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler, head nurse, and I will go inside.
Ma'am.
No! Don't look this way! I'm supposed to be hiding, remember? Captain's orders.
Alright, let's go in.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an